brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here we go, son. Right.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. And they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down. The Steelers at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Fields now to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Hey, look at this Baltimore defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Here we go, son. West right, sit. Go.
Fields throwing again. And here's Freiermuth again. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Now 2nd and 5.
Here we go, son. 11.
Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Warren. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Can. Here we go. Hey, can. Right.
Here's Fields. Touchdown! Calvin Austin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24.
It's on.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running left, Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. You look at the Steeler defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They go play action now. Jackson flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Right.
Up the middle, it's Williams. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That's going to be caught. It's the rookie from Clemson. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 49 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there, getting the safeties involved in run support.
Here we go, son.
Back to throw. Fields. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
Here we go.
Here's Fields on the sneak. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
It's just so unusual to see a loss of yardage on a quarterback sneak play. Give a lot of credit to the defensive front. They weren't permitting anything.
Yeah, from the naked eye, they only needed 2 or 3 inches there.
Yeah, and how do you go from needing 2 or 3 inches to losing yardage?
And his kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now 2nd and 9. Again, it's Taylor. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. At the 41. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Out
of the gun, Fields. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here we go, son.
To throw is Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go.
Now Fields. Flushed out right. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Go.
Here's Fields. That's to the left side where he's got Naylor. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
Here we go. We're good. Extend. Tonight.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
A handoff for Warren. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
EQ. Hey, can.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Now, quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3.
No, we changed it.
After the interception, here's Jackson, forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Jackson now. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Third and goal, Jackson. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Second down, another run with Taylor. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 79 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. They'll roll him out right to the right side into the hands of Flowers. From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
DC, ready?
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, just like last play.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. From the gun, it's Taylor. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Hey, report.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Don't jump. Ready? All right.
Operating from the gun, Fields.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
105 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 31.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time.
Throw caught by Flowers.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Jackson will keep it, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Lamar Jackson scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Ravens are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This one swung out to Williams.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Fields now to throw.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
And his throw is incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
2nd down, goal to go.
Here we go. Go.
Fields.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here we go.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
And he checks this one down to Williams.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines, offense on for 4th down.
They snap it to Fields.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
Now Fields.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Here's Jackson. That is caught. And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Now Jackson. Buying time to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And it's caught. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Tucker now to add the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Ravens 28, Steelers 18. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, can't. Say.
Back to throw. Fields.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jalen Thompson picks it. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the